A animal control officer shot a litter of kittens in front of screaming kids. Is this the type of thing animal control officers should be doing?
Some.
You think this is what they should be doing?
No. I mean, if there's like rabid animals in front of kids that are going crazy, you got to do what you got to do. This is out of control.
So Teresa Landon, who is the Ohio SPCA executive director, told the Sun News that a homeowner called the police for help, because of this litter of kittens that showed up in front of some children, right? And the kittens were clearly, they didn't know what was going on. They say, hey, well, let's call animal control. It makes perfect sense. So this is all according to the Ohio SPCA executive director. The officer showed up, and the person who called assumed that the officer would be like trapping the kittens and taking them to a shelter. And if they need to be humanely euthanized because they're not adopted, it would be done in a proper way. It's not just going to be a firing squad, essentially. Instead, the officer is accused of going to his truck, getting a gun, which the homeowner assumed was just a tranquilizer gun, and walking to the back of the house and just starting to shoot and kill each 8 to 10 week old kitten. Kids were upstairs in the window. They start screaming and crying because they're looking down at what the police officer is doing. And that's what happened. Now, the police department is not denying it. They're saying that is what happened, and this was the proper thing. North Ridgeville Police Department Chief Mike Freeman put out a statement defending the police officer, Officer Accorti, who the Ohio SPCA has demanded be fired and charged with animal abuse. And the statement from the police is, the cats were located within a wood pile and euthanized. The cats were removed from the wood pile and taken from the residence. He said that Accorti's actions were appropriate and that no disciplinary measures for the incident are going to be imposed. He did nothing wrong. He shot kittens with a gun rather than taking them to a shelter, and he did nothing wrong.
And he did it right in front of everyone.
And he did it right in front of children. He shot kittens in front of children. And
it sounds like he didn't even give anyone any warning that he's letting his firearm off right there.
I mean, the kittens really didn't do anything wrong, right? I mean, they weren't violent cats. They didn't ask to be born. They weren't carrying Skittles. They didn't have iced tea. They weren't wearing hoodies. Certainly nothing that would warrant just being shot. I mean, I don't even like cats, and I would be horrified.
I mean, I can only assume that this is a person who gets off on killing animals. There are people like that, and if you are one of those people, this is a job that you would try to get.
If the average individual shot 10 kittens in their backyard, wouldn't he be facing a number of animal cruelty charges? Unless you could really say, hey, listen, these kittens were all suffering. They were all about to die because a piano fell on them.
It would be illegal. Yeah.
It would be illegal, but yet the cop did nothing wrong. Something about this story stinks to high heaven.
There is no reality in which this situation is okay.
No.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/David Pakman Show. We will take a break. We will come back and talk to Dennis Campbell because it is Thursday. And we still have more stories. We still have your voicemails coming up. Glad you're with us. Facebook.com/David Pakman Show.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.